morning, happy Monday. It is a new week yet again. Today started out so chaotic because I made it almost all the way to work. I was like maybe 10 minutes away from work. And my husband calls me and he's like, "Are my car keys in your purse?" They were in my purse. So I had to turn around and bring them back. But it is fine because I still made it to school on time enough. So it doesn't matter. So now I'm going to put in the quiz grades from the quiz that they took on Friday. It's crazy. We have 2 weeks until Thanksgiving and then 3 weeks until Christmas break. And we were talking about finals. I am loving high school so much because finals week, the last 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, are all half days because we're just taking final exams. So on Wednesday, everyone goes to their A2, A3, A4 and takes their exam. So I'm giving out all of my exams on Wednesday. Thursday, they go to B2, B3, B4. Well, that's the same classes for me, so I don't have to test on Thursday. So I can just put on a movie or give them something to do, whatever. Makeup test for anyone who wasn't here. And then Friday is A1, A5. I don't have classes A1, A5. So on Friday, I don't see any students whatsoever. So I am, not to be dramatic, thrilled. Also, it is freezing outside. And that's not being dramatic. It was like 30-ish degrees when I got up this morning. So I'm happy. I love it. There's chill in the air. What is the jankiest thing you'll have ever done as a teacher? Because I think for me, it's gotta be the fact that I printed out this paper and I wanted to add graphs to it. But when I tried to add the graphs, they came out the paper came out really blurry. So I cut the graphs out of the blurry one and taped them to the clear one and then made copies of that. Hey, whatever works, right? So I survived another day, somehow. I just keep doing that. It shocks me every time. Today was actually a super duper good day. I had a really, a come to Jesus moment with my second period. I was just real with them. And I think it sunk in for some of them because basically I was like, y'all are all, you're all teenagers, you're about to be adults, you're in high school. So it's really up to you at this point if you want to pass or not. I can only do what I can do. So I I did a new seating chart and all of them are sitting with the people they talk to the most. And I was like, now it's up to you if you want to pay attention or not. If you choose not to pay attention, that's fine. That's your decision. And you'll be back here in the summer and retaking the course next year. But that's fine. But now you can at least talk to the people around you without being disruptive. So talk quietly. Don't yell across the room anymore. Y'all will not disrupt my class anymore. And they didn't. It was lovely. I did have about 4 students sleep through the entire class, but in the last 10 minutes, I woke them up and had them come work with me at my small group table, and they were getting it. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stop forcing it because clearly that's not working. I'm either not intimidating enough or I just can't back up my threats enough for the dictatorship to work. So I just tried a new approach. It worked today. I also am still doing stations, but it's very loose now and I'm really happy with it. So the way I've done it for the past few days and today is teach the lesson to the whole class like normal and then have everyone start on the same assignment that's about what we just did. And I work with the people that are at my table. Everyone else is just try, fend for yourself because I have the weakest students with me. And I'm like, y'all can work together, that's fine, but just try to figure it out. And then once the people that are at my table have kind of gotten it, I switch them with a different group. And I work with these, and once they prove that they've got it, I switch them. Wednesday, and I switched them. So I'm not spending, it's not so rigid of like, oh, you have to spend 20 minutes doing this, 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 and this. It's not like that. It's a lot more laid back. I've just kind of let go of my expectations of getting more done. I don't want, it's an epidemic. These kids cannot get any work done in a certain amount of time. Like, it's crazy. It takes like an hour to do one page, and there'll be like 6 problems on that page. It's taking the whole time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna meet you where you're at. So I did switch again, which I don't think I'm gonna regret this. I don't know. But I basically said, okay, now Delta Math, it started off being a warm-up. Now it's transitioned into homework. Like, I basically told them, when you come into class, go ahead and get on it and get what you can done, but I'm not going to give like my designated first 15 minutes of class to Delta Math like I used to. It's just like, okay, while I take attendance until announcements are over, whatever, you can work on Delta Math. And then it's when you finish the assignment of the day, you can work on Delta Math. And then if you don't, do it for homework. Just found out that we have a half day on Friday because we made it to playoffs. Our football team made it to playoffs. And it's like super far away. And with the number of students that are going to be leaving early, they decided to just say it's a half day all around. Because like all of the band, all the cheerleaders, all the football players, like a lot of the students are going to be traveling for this game. So now we get out at 1. And I don't know what that's going to look like. I mean, obviously I assume I'm going to be here till 4 because that's just the way it works as a teacher. But I don't know if we're going to just see the classes that we normally see before lunch, or if it's going to be like an alternate schedule where it's like we just spend less time with each class, but we still see all our classes. I do not know. So I've just been slightly modifying my plans for next week because we looked at the standards that are going to be tested, and we realized that they're actually not getting tested over writing systems of inequalities. They're just getting tested over graphing systems of inequalities, solving systems of inequalities, and writing inequalities, not systems. So I had a whole thing for systems of inequalities, scrapped it, and just found this. And this is the janky thing that I made. So it just has 4 different word problems, and it kind of guides them through writing the inequality. So believe it or not, these 4 questions will take the entire 90 minutes. I mentioned in my last week's vlog that if I don't immediately have something to do during my conference, I just start lesson planning. And while that is a good thing to fall back on, I finally came up with an actual to-do list. So Mondays and Thursdays, my conference is GSD, which I actually learned about GSD when I worked at a coffee shop. And GSD was basically the floater, because it stands for Get Stuff Done, although they use a different S word. And so I never knew what I was like, why is it called GSD? Like, I was trying to figure out what it stood for that had to do with the coffee shop. No, it's just Get Stuff Done. You're the floater. So Mondays and Thursdays are just open, hey, figure out what you need to do and do it, like work days for me. Tuesdays, I'm devoting to positive parent contact. Wednesdays, negative parent contact. And Friday, I'm going to keep track of my tardies and email all of my parents of failing students and those that are getting close to the tardy limit. Because if they get 10 tardies, we're supposed to write them up. But if they get like 4 tardies, we're supposed to contact the parents. So I keep track of my tardies. And at the end of each week, if they're getting close to the limit, I email a parent. And then if I've already emailed the parent and they hit 10, I write them up for it. So I do that on Fridays, along with emailing parents of failing students. So today was GSD, and I did. I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes doing something. I don't know. I mean, I have a lot to do, so I'm going to do it. But I'm leaving right after school today because my husband is going to be out of town on a work trip again for like this whole week. So today's the only evening that we have together because he's leaving tomorrow. And he doesn't get back until Friday. So I'm gonna have a lot of time to myself. which is scary. Good morning, happy Tuesday, and happy Veterans Day. My day started out so sweet because I just got in and I got an email from the Dean of Instruction, and she's just talking about how she's thankful for me. I'm gonna cry. Okay, anyway, that's so sweet. Literally so sweet. Okay. I need your help settling, not really a debate, but just like, so we're kind of split on my team. Half of us, when we do like a countdown, so like we're talking about the countdown to Thanksgiving break. When I'm doing my countdown, I count today as already done. Because I count wake-ups. I count driving to school. Once I arrive on campus, it doesn't count as a day anymore. So for example, today we have the rest of this week and all of next week. So to me, that's 8 days because we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then a full week. Some people count today as a day. Like they don't mark today off until 4 o'clock, like until they get home. And then it doesn't count anymore. And I can see both sides, but I'm curious, when you do a countdown, how do you think about it? Do you do wake-ups or do you count full days? Because like on the Friday before Thanksgiving break, I'm like, oh, happy Thanksgiving break. Like we're about to go on, this is today's last day of school. We're going on Thanksgiving break. But then the people that don't count that day as over, they're like, oh, one more day until Thanksgiving break. And I think that's crazy. That's crazy to be like halfway through the day and it's the last day and you're still saying one more day. Anyway, we also, I don't know if I said this or not, who knows, but on Friday, they're giving us a half day, and this is specific to our campus because our football team made playoffs, and it's like kind of far away, I don't know where it is, so the students are released at 1, and teachers are dismissed at 2. That's incredible. Incredible. Okay, so in previous years, we have always had access to the test, like the district assessments, at the start of a unit so we could like properly plan out our unit. But now they changed it to where we can only access it like a week before we're giving it, which I understand, it's fine. But I just looked at it and so much of what we're teaching is not even being tested. And because we were covering so much more, we had to cover it was like a mile wide and an inch deep, you know what I mean? So we were covering a lot, but not going super deep into all of it. But some of these questions are asking for a super deep understanding of certain topics. It's just frustrating because I'm like, yes, I know we're supposed to follow the TEKS, but like, if I was creating a test for my students based on what I'm teaching, based on the TEKS, it would not be the test that is provided. So it's frustrating because now I'm like, I have to kind of scramble in the last week to make sure that I go over everything that I need to go over, like to the correct depth. And honestly, I was going to teach them graphing inequalities from word problems. I'm not doing that anymore. There's not a single question about it. So there's no point in me teaching that. Could it be on the star? Yeah. So when that comes, I'm just gonna have to deal with it, you know? But, oh, that's frustrating.
Is it recording? It's recording. Hi, Mark! Well, you better post this. I want to see myself. Welcome back to another YouTube channel. Subscribe, YouTube. Subscribe to the channel.
So, one of my students found my camera. Hello, student, if you're watching this. And she asked if I was a YouTuber, and I said yes, thinking that she would just be like, okay, whatever, move on. No, she went home and found the channel and wanted to say hello. So, that was that. But anyway, today was fine. It was a long day. All day I thought it was Thursday. And I was like, it's a half day tomorrow. No, it's Tuesday. It's a long day tomorrow. I am constantly changing the way I do things, I think for a good reason. But today, instead of having an actual conference where I got stuff done, I went to another teacher's room, and actually we stood in the hallway and just talked for like 40 minutes. Team bonding. I'm out of here. It's 4:30. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Today I went to Starbucks. They have their holiday line out. So cute. So I got the caramel brulee latte, which is a little sweet, but I like sweet, so it's okay. Yet again, it is not Thursday, but my brain is telling me it's Thursday. Like, I keep thinking, oh my gosh, tomorrow's a half day. No, it's not. No, it's not. Today is Wednesday. I need to chill out. Also, my appraiser came by. My whole team was just hanging out in someone's room yesterday. And she came by and she was like, hey, y'all just let me know when you want to do your formal. And I was like, okay. Like, that's fine. But I don't know when I want to do my formal. I can either do it before Christmas or in January. And my gut is telling me to do it before Christmas, because in January, I'm going to have to, like, reset the room, you know? But the 3 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas are the worst. Like, the absolute worst for everyone involved. So I'm like, is it really a good idea? I don't know. So a few of my students, in English, they started reading The Glass Castle, which is a memoir. And it has been, like, on my radar for years now. Like, I've just always had it on my, like, to-read list, but I've never gotten around to actually reading it. And several of them were like, Miss, this book is so good. Oh my gosh, you've got to read it. So I got it on Libby, and I've been listening to the audiobook, and I'm almost done with it. This book is so good. I'm a big fan of a struggle story, I'll be honest. I just, something about it gets to me. But it's by Jeanette Walls, and she basically just grew up in extreme poverty with parents who didn't want the responsibility of being parents. And it is just so, it makes me furious listening to some of the things that they went through, because I'm like, that shouldn't have happened. Like, that should not have happened. It's really good. So I think I'm further along in the book than they are. I don't know, I need to talk to them about it, but I told them that I had started reading it, and they were all, like, super excited. So I might try to make that, like, a kind of thing. Like, I'm going to try and figure out what books they're reading in English, and then see if it's a book that I could read, or maybe if it's a book I've already read, I can, like, talk to them about it. Because I think if kids see that there are people who just enjoy reading these types of books for no reason, like, I don't have to read this book, I'm choosing to, I think maybe that'll get them more interested in reading, or at least make them not be so, like, turned off to it. Like, if they're like, oh, people just do this. You guys, I literally have the sweetest coworkers in the world. So one of the science teachers, who I knew of her before starting at this school, but I didn't know her well. Anyway, she stopped by and she brought me Starbucks and a croissant for no reason other than, I hope you have a good day. That is so sweet. And honestly, I don't even care about the fact that I've already had one of these today, because I didn't pack lunch for today because we ran out of food. Anyway, it's not important. But what my lunch was, this is what I packed for my lunch. We have a protein shake, some grapes, a protein bar, and some almonds. So now I have all of that, plus a croissant and another coffee. Okay, I'm gonna eat lunch. Today has been chaotic, and it's partially my fault. Also, y'all, tell me why. Every single class, I have more and more students coming in talking about how they found my YouTube channel. Hi guys, Why are you watching this? Do you not get sick of me in class? Like, it's so funny to me. But apparently someone, I mean, it's kind of my fault for making my channel literally my name, but it's just like spreading like wildfire to all of my classes, and they're all subscribing and watching. And I'm like, this is so crazy. Love you guys, but that's crazy. Okay. Today was another like chaotic day, but it was like a controlled chaos. It is after 5. I had tutorials. I had like 4 students come and get some work done, which was good. Still chasing down a few to finish their quizzes. Tomorrow's Thursday, finally. Literally every single day this week I have thought it was Thursday. Tomorrow it'll be true for once. And then Friday's a half day. Tomorrow is going to be interesting because I taught graphing linear inequalities today, and it went fine. Tomorrow, though, I'm graphing systems of linear inequalities. So the ones that got it should be fine. The ones that didn't get it are going to be even more confused. But I've been working on a review for the assessment that they're taking next week, and I think I'm figuring it out. I'm like having to code, you guys. Like, I'm on Amplify and I'm trying to get it to like tell them that they got it right or not. And you have to code, which is crazy. I don't know how to code, but you know what? I'm figuring it out. Like I said, I just click around until it works. So don't be afraid to break things. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Finally, it is Thursday. Tomorrow's a half day. Okay, so today, our copier is out of toner, meaning the copier right across the hall from me. So since it's out of toner, I had to walk all the way down the hall to a different like area of the school and use a different copier, which is not a big deal. But I had set my coffee to brew before I left. And so as I came back, I literally turned down the hall that led to my classroom, and you could smell my coffee from there. That's like, I suck at distance, but really far away. It smells so strong, and now I'm self-conscious that everyone is just smelling my coffee. I don't know. It's good though. There's a pep rally today that I have to go supervise the, oh no. Okay. I have to go supervise the cafeteria during the pep rally so I don't get a conference, which is awesome. But I really want to get some anchor charts done. I have this list of anchor charts that I want to do because I've been slacking. But I want to do one for systems, one for converting from standard form to slope intercept. Honestly, maybe one on how to freaking graph because, anyway. And then one on like inequalities, like the inequality signs and whether to shade above, below, dashed, solid, all that stuff. So I think I'm going to make those either today or tomorrow, I don't know, and hang them up back here. My Hey Desmos, how do I posters have started to fall. Hello, friends, families, loved ones, and students, I guess, since y'all are watching my vlogs now. Hi. Okay, so I just finished up at the pep rally, except I didn't get to go to the pep rally. I was monitoring the cafeteria. But before I left, I made this anchor chart. I'm about to hang that one up, and then I think I'm going to try and knock out a few more before I leave today. Because I did tell my students that I'd be here till 4:30, so I'm probably going to give it till 4:15, 4:20-ish, and if no one shows up, I'm out of here. So I just made the converting standard. And now I'm going to do the inequalities one for sure, solving systems with substitution and elimination, and that might be it. I don't know if I want to do the graphing one. I probably should though, because I'm having to reteach how to graph every single day, every single class. So I guess I'll do that one too. it's 4:40. I got into a groove doing the anchor charts and I didn't want to leave, so I didn't. But now I'm gonna leave. Today was so crazy. I think I already talked about today. I think I'm getting sick. My throat hurts. I know I'm getting sick because my teeth hurt. And this morning I sneezed and it felt so good. I'm sick. Granted, when I get sick, I usually don't get sick enough to actually be sick. I'm just like, oh, my hurt. So probably nothing's gonna happen. But at least tomorrow's a half day. Let me show you what some of my students drew for me today. Well, I don't think they drew it for me, but they drew it and gave it to me. My goal is to have this whole cabinet filled with, like, basically the, let me see if you can see this. This side has like letters of encouragement and stuff like that, like from other teachers. Like all of these came from other teachers or admin. And this side I want to be filled with like student stuff that they give me. So I'm really not picky. Students, y'all can give me whatever you want. I did rearrange my posters on that wall. Again, I think I already said this, but I did rearrange that. So I do have those 4 posters that I just showed you that I just made. So adorable, so cute, so helpful. If my students would actually use them, which actually they do. When I have posters up, they do use them. You know, I might just put all my anchor charts on the Hey Desmos, how do I? Because even though you're not using Desmos, it's still funny, like asking the calculator. Oh, that's cute. Okay, that's what I'll do. The only thing is I can't get anything to stick to the freaking brick wall. Everything keeps falling down. Whatever, that's a struggle for next week me. Today me is not dealing with that. Today me is going home and healing.
It's Friday. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's a half day. I'm sick. I am so sick. I fell asleep at like 8:30 last night and I woke up at 7 this morning. Oh my gosh. You know, like I have the body chills and the body aches. Not so much the body aches, but I'm just like, I keep getting chills over my body. Like my skin is super sensitive, which normally only happens when I have a fever, but I don't have a fever right now. Like I checked last night. I didn't check this morning, but I don't have a fever right now. I have my makeup, which I might not even do. Like I feel like doo-doo. And then I got a bagel from McDonald's because I'm hungry and there's nothing at the house. Okay, so today is indeed a half day. Yay. We're not meeting to PLC this morning. What the heck? What the heck? We're not meeting to PLC this morning. Yeah, we're just conferencing. So I have like over an hour until students show up. I think I want to eat and then do my makeup. I just don't feel like doing it right now. Anyway, 1 week until Thanksgiving break. Yay! Today I am doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not teaching today. I feel like crap. And I'm only seeing 2 of my classes. Oh yeah, so I have like just a little amplify activity for them to do, and then I made a brain dump for Unit 4, since we've covered all the material that's on that we're covering in Unit 4. I made the brain dump sheet, so today they're going to do the amplify and then the brain dump, and that's it. I'm probably going to put on some like, they're probably going to ask me to put on the playlist, but I just don't think I can do that today. So I think I'm going to put on like some jazz or something.
Hey, I survived another day, another week, 1 week until Thanksgiving. I can't believe it. This year's going by so fast, actually, because it's 1 week until Thanksgiving, and then when we get back from Thanksgiving, it's only 3 weeks until Christmas, and then it's only 2 more, like 1 more semester. It's 2 more quarters. That's crazy. Anyway, it's 1:30. Today was supposed to be chill. Yo, today was supposed to be chill. But my second period, tell me why everyone was there. Everyone was there. Anyway, And I felt like crap this morning, y'all saw. And so I was just like, okay, I need y'all to just get this done. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. Anyway, then my third period had 7 kids in it. That was nice. Anyway, I have to stick around for another half hour, but I don't think I have anything else to show you guys. So I'm gonna head out. Well, not really head out. I have to stick around for another half hour, but I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like it, leave a comment with your thoughts, questions, suggestions, encouragements, you know the drill, and make sure that you're subscribed so that I can see you in the next one. Bye.